Hello, everyone. Happy day after Memorial Day. Hopefully you guys had a good extended weekend. I know as a stock trader, you're kind of itching for the market to come back open. You spend your weekends being like, can't wait for the market to open so I can trade. Alan's messing around with his Android phone. And if anybody has a Samsung that knows how to turn alerts on and off, that would help. Alan trades with the 5-minute trading app or the FTM options trading app. And I saw a post or a comment that no, we don't currently have live videos of trading with the app. That's something we're working on. But in order to trade on the 5-minute strategy, you need a stock that's trending, and you need a stock that's going to move during the day. Alan traded XOM today, and although it signaled calls in the morning, eventually it rolled over and traded puts. And Alan and I were talking that the app never signaled him to get out of the trade. So like I said, the app will alert you, but if your phone is set to silence your alerts, you're not going to get them. And unfortunately, I'm not an Android person, so I can't really help him. We were also looking at a couple of stocks. These are stocks that report today after the market. I think we started off with AMBA. We looked at SPWH. So here's AMBA, and even though their monthlies signaling calls, their weeklies did kind of lean towards puts. We looked at SPWH.
It's pretty good that you got both of them right there.
I'm going to have to run this again.
That one should be a slam dunk.
Yeah, and I think, what was that other one? Oh, VTOL. So this one signaled 4 times the calls, but yet if you look at, there's no volume here. There's one on the call side and one on the put side. So you're going to have a hard time getting in. You're going to have to find a seller that wants to sell the option to you. And then if you are successful and it moves the right way, you're going to have to find someone to get out. And this stock, I think it was this stock that traded 217,000 contracts or stocks, the stock volume. So there is, and I think I'm going to tweak these minimum stock price and minimum stock volume. Instead of being 0 and 0, set them to maybe $5, $25, and the volume of at least 500,000 shares.
Did you got this SPWH?
Yeah,
that was the one that I was going to do.
So, and this one signaled puts, I think.
Yeah, we'll look at that right there. But the thing I didn't like is my calculations were it was going to go down to $9, which is it's at $9 right now. But to me, that's not a trade because, it's a break-even trade.
Right, exactly. If you look at these 10 strike puts, they're selling for $1. So yeah, it's
97 cents or $97. Yeah.
So let me see what that is. Oh, actually, that's 10%. So the stock has to fall at least 10% for your making money.
The thing is it is a monthly.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, so you actually you probably would make a 20-cent premium maybe on that, 25 cents. That's if it holds, because it hit $8 and call it 70 cents on aftermarket, but it came back to $9.
And this one, 937,000 shares of stock were sold. So, so yeah, so this one is kind of interesting. So, and I think you guys noticed, and it's on Alan's version, but it's not, unfortunately. The progress bar doesn't look like this on the Google Play Store one. I submitted this app last week, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm not sure. And then over the weekend, played around with this progress bar. So you guys have a progress bar. It just doesn't look like this. It's a lot smaller, but it lets you know that the app is working because it has to do quite a bit of data pulling. You know, it has to get a list of stocks that are making earnings. It's got to go pull all of the strikes for each of the stocks. And then for each of the option chains, it's got to go pull the volume on it. So like I said, there's quite a bit of data that's pulling. And secondly, that another thing that Alan and I talked about, right now you have to, as soon as you select the date and click OK, it goes off and works. So you need to set these things, the volume, the price, and before market or after market, and then go select your date. So now this one is actually, yeah, this one is going to go look at before market. Now, Ellen and I talked about adding a confirm button so that you can select the date, click OK, and then go confirm it. And then you'll be able to change these things. Oh, why did that go to aftermarket?
Well, that's what I tell you. It happens to me all the time.
I'm gonna have to look at that. Okay, these are before market. And actually, I think I set the volume and price on them. So anyway, I think that's really, oh, someone else had asked about running the app on a Windows machine, and there's ways to do it. You need an emulator. And I think this is one of them that they mentioned, BlueStacks. I'll have to look further into it and see how to actually go about doing that. So I'm still researching that. I think that's all I have. Like I said, this earnings app is still a work in progress. I hope you guys are using it. What I do want you to know is that there's more involved than just saying, oh yeah, this is 8 times the puts, I'm gonna go short this. And hopefully Alan can kind of touch on the different aspects or the different things to look at when trading earnings. You know, it's not just this one-sided volume. You know, there's the 3 months chart you can look at, there's target levels. But I'll let Alan kind of go through what he looks at in addition to this.
Bring up CONN, because CONN should be a great short. Now that's before market tomorrow. So let's go ahead and look at that. I'll bring up the graph of CONN though. So what I look for on the earnings is that when I look at the thing, first of all, it tells me all day long that that's a great candidate for the earnings play. And what I'm looking for is bring up the 1 year, Brian.
1 year. And actually, let me do this because I'm getting
Because
older.
it definitely shows that it's going to do what we want it to do. Now, see what it is, it's hitting its head against that, that right there. But now you're gonna have to go to a 3-year on this.
So yeah, that red line is the 20-day SMA.
Right, but what we're looking at is that, where is it gonna go?
Oh wait, this is weekly. So now, if you guys are saying, hey, well,
No, but what it is, you went to a 3-year, which is what we want. Because what it is you have to see, where's it gonna go? So according to my estimation, CONN will probably do at least 50% of that. So looking at that, this is a good trade. If you could get in on the CONN, I would look into getting in the CONN 11 puts. Now the problem is it's going to cost you $500, but it's showing that it might be a good trade, but it's iffy because you got some support.
yeah, right here.
Yeah. So what I wanted to show you though, you see the thing is that you've got to see where it's going to go. Where do you think this is going to go? It's got a bottom at 10. You see that?
Yep, right here, yeah. Mountain.
And I'm gonna tell you, the reason I didn't take that other trade, which was a good trade, Sportsman Warehouse Holding, SPWH.
Yeah.
So if you bring up the 1 year on this,
and that's sitting at $9 right now.
but you see what I'm saying is that it doesn't look like it's going to go any lower. Now, if you go up to a 3-year,
right about here.
yeah, it just seems to me there's just a wall stopping it from going much further down. Now it could drop to 5. Obviously, the options aren't showing you that. But with that said, what it is that when I look at earnings, I look at where it's going to go. I look at risk versus reward. I look at, is it worth giving it a shot at it? You know, where's the SMA on 3 months? So if you bring up the SMA on 3 months on this one,
Actually,
so you see the point is right there. It's actually showing the stock's going to go up. You see how
it'll hit this bottom and then,
yeah.
I think another interesting one that we saw was VSCO. And when we saw
Well, you look at that, it does. So my experience is the hammer is always going to go ahead and be in the middle. So your hammer is the 50 calls, and then the money plays 45 and 40 calls, and then it's going to go to 55.
yeah.
You don't have a defined hammer. You could do the hammer at 40 on the puts. And then you could go and have it run to 35.
Yeah, this was an interesting one because I think it leaned puts. But I think, let's see, VSCO. Yeah, see it 3 times the put volume. And that's mainly because these two, the volume is at $3.40. These are expensive options versus the 4300s that are only $1.20. So that's what we were talking about as far as, well, you know, why did it signal puts when you have all of these but yet huge volume on the call side. Because these figures are the volume times the closing price, or the last, basically. What I might add here is the actual volume. And that may have signaled a more even or even a call side, because the volume, I think, is on the, I don't know, it'd be interesting to see.
I'd have to go back and look at my notes, but I think when we did the earnings before, we were looking for 5 times the amount on the calls or no trade. And I think it was 3 times the puts or no trade.
Okay.
The reason being is that this isn't a gamble. You want this to go ahead and you want a relatively good situation that you're going to win.
Right,
Or it's
definitely.
not worth it. Oh, yeah, there's a, yeah, Victoria's Secret's up $3 now.
See, and yeah, like I said, that's the thing. You need, like Alan said, 5 or more times either on the put and the call. And then you have to look at this, for instance, this Sportsman's Warehouse, and see that, yes, there is resistance down at 9. And if I have to pay $1, I'm not going to make as much. And luckily it's a monthly option, so you have some time. So you may make a little, but after reviewing more than just this 11 times the puts, you kind of eliminate it from one of the plays, one of the earnings plays. So keep that in mind when you're using this. And like I said, let me know how it goes for you. Let me know things you wish it would do, things that maybe it would look differently. I may actually go back and redesign this screen, because all of this real estate down here, we don't need. And this is kind of cramped in here at the top. So I think I got a split. I have my son's baseball tonight. Hopefully the rain stays away. So I don't think I mentioned July 30th when we came in.
No.
July 30th, party of the century. Is it going to be the same band that was at your own house?
Yes.
Same, which is actually was a really nice band. I spent a lot of time out on the kayak in the bay just listening to them. So if you can make it, it's something I don't think you want to miss. When I went to Alan's open house, I actually got to sit and chat with Darren, an amazing trader. I got to sit with Dennis, a professional trader, and I got to hang out with Alan for quite a bit and kind of absorb as much knowledge as I could. So like I said, July 30th, worth the trip. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Excellent.
Okie doke. Well,
And we're gonna fine tune that FTM Earnings app.
Yeah, this is still a work in progress, and by the time it goes,
I was looking through my notes here, Brian. I don't know if you remember this.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, I thought I did better on that, but my win percentage was only 60.9%.
Yeah.
So
and that's the thing. You have to. I remember you have to play them all if you want the percentage in your favor. Because if you start picking and choosing which ones on the list, odds are you're not going to pick the 6 out of 10 that are winners, or all of them. So.
yeah, the key thing is what I found is, generally speaking, you want to go ahead and you want to favor your puts over the calls. Because your puts go down twice as much as a call does, even when it goes
right.
up.
Yeah, when people want to get out, they want to get out. So
yes, they do. So.
And you mentioned that. That's the interesting thing with Victoria's Secret's VSCO, because they said reports better than expected profit, but warns challenges could persist. So that's not something you want to hear going forward. So
I've always said, I don't care what is said, it doesn't matter. You know, a classic example, which I thought was the funniest one I ever seen. I'm trying to think which one it was. Was it Foot Locker or Hip Sports?
I bet it was that Bell Foot Locker.
Well, what it is that they started down $8 down at open, and it sure enough that went ahead and finished the day positive. Because it's just like a joke, you know, because it's going to be moved, manipulated any way they want it to go.
Right.
It's just trying to figure out where that money is.
Right, exactly. Follow the money. So
yeah. All right, we'll see you. Have a good time at the game.
Sounds good. Talk to you later, Alan.
Okay, we'll see you.
Bye, everyone.
All right, bye now.